Peter's profession of faith in Jesus, that's what we have heard in the Gospel today, can be found in each of the first three Gospels, Matthew, Mark, and Luke. But each has its own special way relating to it. Luke, for whom prayer is so important, stresses that Jesus was at prayer, as he was at so many special moments, such as the choice of the disciples, the transfiguration, and at the moment when the disciples asked Jesus to teach them how to pray. In Mark, this is the turning point of the gospel, a breakthrough for Peter after a long and frustrating period of inability to understand who Jesus was. Peter was unable to grasp the message that Jesus' mission as Messiah involves suffering. Matthew strengthens Peter's profession that Jesus is the Messiah, the Son of God, and then has Jesus congratulate Peter with the promise of the keys. He also intensifies both Peter's protest at the idea of Jesus' suffering and Jesus' correspondingly fierce rebuke to Peter. The Lucan version, as we have just heard just now, gives neither praise nor blame to Peter, but hurries straight on the message of suffering. Neither Jesus nor his followers can win through to the crown of resurrection without first undergoing the passion. Luke quietly generalizes the message, for in verse 23, Jesus speaks not just to his disciples, but to all. What? Me too? Yes, it includes you and me. Having listened to today's gospel, we can take some comfort and consolation in knowing that the hardship we are going through today will lead us to a better place if we are able to unite our hardship to the passion of Jesus. We just need to persevere and to be faithful, which at times is not easy, especially when we don't understand the things that are weighing us down. This leads us to another point of reflection. Luke, more than the other evangelists, regularly portrays Jesus at prayer. It was after such a pause for prayer that he asked his disciples the two questions. What do others say I am? Or instead, who do others say I am? And who do you say I am? They were important questions. The first was general and easy enough to answer. The second was much more personal and more demanding. It asks each of us to say who Jesus is for us, for me personally. It is easier to guess what Jesus means to people in general. He is the Messiah, the Savior, the Redeemer, and other textbook-like answers. It takes a little more reflection to say what he means to me, to you, to us personally. But it is the answer to that second question that matters. Jesus wants us to express our personal faith in him. He asks us, what do you believe? What do I believe? And as we continue to reflect on these questions, let us offer up our needs and the prayers that we keep in the silence of our hearts, as we say the prayer that Jesus himself